something was clicking today. I felt comfortable going for the circle 2 putt. And it's always nice to see them drop.
I finished strong. I birdied the last 3 holes, so that felt really good. Whatever is gonna help me make a short putt, I'm willing to do it. I like to give it all, especially this is my last tournament. I want to putt before I party.
Hello and welcome to the 2024 Disc Golf Pro Tour Championships presented by Barbasol. We are in round 3. It's moving day. It's Saturday. It's sunny and nice. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
It is a nice day to just be out and about, isn't it?
It sure is. And we are back at Nevin Disc Golf Course for yet another round. Before we get into it, though.
Yeah, the putting game is returning for Season 3. Episode 1 premieres this Sunday, right after the MPO final round of the Tour Championships on DGN and JomezPro Patreon. If you can't watch then, the first episode premieres on JomezPro YouTube channel on November 4th. We even got to host a couple of them. Make sure to check it out. We have a special offer for Jomez fans. Use code JomezFree at the sign up to get a free month of DGN.
First up on our card, we have Kristin Tattar, 70% fairway hits through the first 2 rounds, 92% Circle 1X putting. She said her Circle 2 putts are feeling spicy as well. So let's watch. Speaking of spicy Circle 2 putts.
Always. Owen Scoggins, 77% fairway hits, 50% Circle 2 in regulation, and 95% C1X putting. That is lights out. Owen shooting 6 down yesterday, as well as Kristin.
Holyn Handley, 52% fairway hits, 94% Circle 1X putting. Her Circle 2 putts have also been looking spicy. I think that's just what's necessary out here at Nevin, because you are never quite able to get as close as you would like to.
Missy Gannon, we know she's spicy, getting that turkey at the very end to shoot 5 down and move from chase to lead card. 82% fairway hit, 67% C2 in regulation, and 56% C1X putting.
Her Circle 2 in regulation double everyone else's almost.
Yeah, and there's room to work with that C1X percentage. Hole 1 is a par 3. It's 320 feet. It's straight ahead. Don't go left, don't go right, just go straight. There's a mandatory and a parking lot on the right side that don't really come into play. We've moved from the old pin position on the right to more of a dead straight shot. Still not playing as the easiest hole, but definitely easier than last year.
First on the box, Kristin Tattar.
Kristin having a good round yesterday, shooting 6 down, but you could tell she was a little bit frustrated, catching a few bad breaks, not quite able to play as cleanly and as freely as she would like. Day 1, it was really clicking. This is a surprising error and a very fortunate result to hit that tree and drop, is heading straight towards out of bounds.
Scoggins.
Owen here, very serious today, but very much looking forward to a party.
At all times.
At all times.
But not serious at all times.
I feel like Owen just got all new outfits right before the end of the season.
Right?
Like,
I've also been noticing. I'm glad you said something. What a great start to the round as well.
look good, feel good, play good.
Handley.
Holyn shooting 5 down yesterday. We've seen her every day. She birdied the last 2 holes. Only had 1 bogey. This shot drifting a little to the right, challenging the tree branches and dropping, looks like into circle 2.
Missy, Gannon.
Missy, a 2-time Disc Golf Pro Tour champion, performing well generally in the Charlotte Disc Golf courses, doing great in the woods.
And when pressure and money is on the line. She started with the biggest handicap, if you haven't been watching, a 10-stroke advantage over the rest of the field of 20, but dropped down to chase card yesterday, made it right back up to lead, and is in contention here. What a great start.
Kristin with a wide open little chip shot to the green. Hole 1, while not birdied as much as we would like to see, there were only 5 birdies out of 20 competitors. There were also no bogeys. This is one that's pretty easy to get your par and move on.
There are some buggies out there, though. Some mosquitoes, specifically. Owen from inside the circle. She's on. Gotta make those putts before you party. My new slogan.
Mm-hmm. Drive for show, putt to party.
As they say. Missy on the board as well. Holyn just a hair too much turn there, but looking confident.
Annika Sten and Rebecca Cox, the only other 2 birdies in the field. Let's watch Silva again on hole 2. This is such a technical shot, such a perfect shot as well. It requires the most touchy angle and fading just in the right of time, and then also getting a little lucky, and Silva just did all 3.
Yeah, we've only seen a couple of birdies on this hole every day. Birdie start. Feels great out here.
Silva's putt just looking so casual, so easy on this elevated basket.
And only 3 strokes separating our entire lead card here. Everyone jockeying for position going into the final day. Again, there's $35,000 on the line, which is pretty insane.
Here's hole 2. We just watched Silva throw it. I like this gap that the drone is flying just to the left of this really cool bent tree. There's, a wider gap to the left as well that we watch Holyn choose every day. I think it calls for a backhand flex line, kind of a force flex, but you do have to get lucky with these last couple of trees guarding the green on the right side. This is one that we don't see birdied very often. It's just a tough par 3 that you're excited if you even have a putt on it. We see a lot of circle 2 putts.
Going the outside route, getting, that destroyer turned nicely, but catches the center tree. Should be at least 2/3 of the way up there.
Missy with a really nice straight shot through the gap, kind of floating more right than you want, but getting through everything.
She parked it. I think she gave that one tree just a little kiss on the cheek, but otherwise, a flawless shot.
Yeah, let's see how she did it one more time with a sweet, colorful ribbon.
Oh, was that a little kick too? And here's one.
Yeah.
Either way, that's how you do it. Love a follow flight.
Missy, the only player to absolutely park this hole today.
Kristin, again, a little bit late and turned. Should be able to save par from there, hopefully.
A little bit of a chilly morning again here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Holyn putting her jacket on. As soon as you get into the woods, it drops like 10 degrees sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Holyn approaching with a floaty little forehand and puts it to 20 feet.
Kristin with a wide open forehand line to work with. You got to have your approaches dialed at this course. They might be the most important shot.
Whoa. Owen left with that teeny tiny tunnel over here. And she's going to find a little bit of trouble, but she is inside the circle. And a good scramble.
Yeah, putting game looking solid already on hole 2.
What was she, 95%?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty amazing. Holyn with a nice, solid-looking putt for par. Haven't even gotten to Missy's yet. 2 for 2, a highlight. How many birdies did you say?
There were only 3 birdies. Missy with one of them, Silva we just watched, and Hannah Bloomroos with the other from Circle 1.
Oh, again, Hannah.
Yep, I know, back to back.
Impressive.
It sets up really nicely for Hannah's little backhand, kind of just barely forced turn shot.
Gaining 2 strokes on Kristin in 2 holes is pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Hole 3, a par 5 this year at 630 feet of so many trees in the way. Just chip, chip, chip is kind of what you're looking at. Keep it in the middle. Basically, it's just a backhand hyzer to start, and then from there, you just deal with what you have. If you stay in the middle and stick to your game plan and don't hit a tree, you're going to have a good time, but it can play pretty difficult if you are a few feet into the woods. Missy looking pretty aggressive here with a thrasher. That's a great shot.
Owen also going to throw the backhand. She's been playing this hole really well all weekend and all of the placement holes really well, just finding the landing zones nicely. That doesn't get any ground play, which is strange, and she'll be just a little bit right.
Yeah, it's crazy how much a difference a few feet in the landing zone can make, but she should still be positioned fairly well. Kristin, again, just a bit late on the release today, and that can be a difficult problem to fix mid-round.
Yeah, especially at a wooded course where every tee shot is very demanding of a very specific line.
Holyn out there really nicely. She's throwing her Z Athena. Wow, Kristin actually left with kind of a lane over here, which is pretty fortunate. Working a very technical turnover sidearm. Super good recovery.
Owen with a really nice wide open fairway to work a flex forehand. Dead center.
Missy opting for the backhand. Not trying to get too crazy, just playing placement golf here. Well done.
Yeah, it's cool to watch everyone throw so controlled here. No one going huge at all.
Golfing.
Yep. It's so important out here at Nevin. It's so different from what we do at most of the courses we play on tour.
Very true. Holyn almost getting through with that sidearm, gets a kick to the right side rough. Can Kristin even recover a birdie from where she was? Be pretty insane. She's not going super aggressive.
Yeah, I feel like you have to carry so far right at the end.
Yeah. She's in circle 2, though.
Yeah.
I think we saw some more aggressive play on this hole earlier in the weekend, and everyone's kind of trying to just dial it back.
Holyn with a really tricky shot with all those little tiny plants in her way. Not able to get the angle of the nose angle of the disc that she was hoping for.
Owen with her approach destroyer, I think, circle's edge. Missy leaning on the forehand all week. You love to see it. And look at this nice floaty approach. Circle's edge. Solid recovery from Holyn.
She's already a little maybe frustrated in the woods.
I bet she's probably boxing one of those little trees off screen.
Kristin just a little high and right of the basket. Almost grabs anyways, but she's going to settle for a par.
Owen just inches outside of the circle. Oh, yeah. pretty good hip mobility there too.
Yeah.
Very deep squat.
Looking a little bashful about it. I feel like that was a good putt. Oh, Holyn's so close to recovering the par.
Having to take the bogey.
The putt's still looking really smooth, though.
Missy Gannon for a turkey. Oh, she's got the momentum.
And what a nice cushion to have already on the front nine.
Yeah, again, the best score we have seen is a 7 down from Silva Saarinen, the course record.
We've seen people push and look like they might tie or beat that score, but the back nine is pretty brutal.
The back nine played way harder yesterday.
Another check-in with Silva.
Yeah, the best score we saw yesterday was a couple of 6 downs.
This is a really tough gap to hit. You want to make sure you push straight more so than land to the left. Silva is fine, but not... Oh, wait, no, she's got a nice open fairway.
Oh, she really does.
I know nothing.
I believe she's already 2 down and looking for a 3 with this putt if she can it.
It's for eagle.
Oh, wait, it's for eagle.
Oh my gosh, so close.
Yeah. And dead center band is the only miss where you can kind of be like not too mad generally. I mean, she looks mad, but that's what I
Yeah.
tell myself.
Yeah. You're not mad, but you're like, God, I just committed to that so well.
Yeah, and we have not seen an eagle on that hole yet.
Nope.
Feeling great starts with a great shave. Today, the world is in the palm of your hand. Or at least this can is. For over 100 years, Barbasol, it's a can of can-do.
Here's hole 4. This one, you want to throw a gentle hyzer where you get over the rock area, the grate, whatever you want to call it. It is casual. You ideally do want to land a little bit more right, but there's a grouping of trees over there that if you land in there, it can be really tough to swing your arm at all. Your second shot, you want to push past the corner and don't hyzer too soon, but the basket is far back to the left. So you got to just make sure your disc goes straight for a bit and then get some good ground play or some good glide to the left to get the birdie.
We're laughing because every hole looks the same. It's just like a straight shot lined with trees.
Right off the tee, they sure do.
Yeah.
Like if you only show me right at the tee, I will not be able to tell you.
Just give us a second,
even a ballpark of what hole we're on.
Missy out there past the rock pile nicely. Owen has been absolutely lacing this shot and does so again today with that racer.
Yesterday we watched Kristin and Evelina throw so far on this tee shot, but it does cause their disc to also be a little bit more left and a little bit more pinched on the second shot. Kristin looks like she's again going for that distance, but she is flirting with those corner trees and she just goes right through them.
Yeah, good result.
Right through the middle of them.
And she's definitely in the hunt for her first birdie. That could have ended badly. Holyn with a more lower line. It's straighter too, so she's going to be dealing with those right side trees just a little bit, but a pretty good kick, all things considered.
Holyn forced
awkward.
to throw more of a flex shot now if she's going to get the distance all the way to the basket.
Look at this uphill run up too. So hard to get the power to get there.
That was great. Oh my gosh, just one of those corner trees. A really nice line from Holyn though. She's so close.
It almost makes it worse.
Yeah, it does. You can't be close on a wooded course. You have to be either really good or really bad.
Yeah, you all know what we're talking
There's no
about.
in between.
Missy with a beautiful shot inside the circle again, looking for 4 in a row. Own working the hyzer line. And that looks great as well. Kristin a little early this time.
She made the same mistake yesterday on this hole as well.
Timing just a bit off. Beautiful recovery shot, though. Got that floaty harp forehand on lock. One of her signature shots, I would argue with anyone.
Mm-hmm. Holyn just jump putting up to the green. Going to have to take another par. Still trying to find her first birdie this round.
Own for birdie.
Oh my gosh, her putter.
On fire. Let's see it again.
Where is she?
I think in circle 2. I was looking for the tassels. Maybe circle's edge. Regardless, fantastic. And I mean, we're only 4 holes in, and that's her third really solid putt of the round.
Missy. For 4 in a row, we're going to call it. I went to the Raptor Center this week, the Charlotte Raptor Center. I think we're going to call this a sharp shin hawk.
Excellent. Marvelous. I hope everyone is excited about that, as I am. I love it. Are their shins actually sharp? Wow.
Yeah, the scales are.
Wow. And Silva doing something right today. Almost eagled. Now we're on hole 6. She's 3 down. This is a hole where if you have a power forehand, that's generally what you see, but Silva has the prettiest turnover backhand. She's in a great spot.
Also one of the best standstill throwers in the game. She gets a lot of power. She has a lot of control. Her timing doesn't go out the window like it does with many people trying to throw standstill shots.
Yeah, you should all be jealous.
And just a perfect putt as well. Silva looking thrilled.
I heard tales that she smiled once.
She's focused.
Yeah.
She's got the focus face dialed. And with that, we got a 3-way tie at the top.
Neat. Hole 5, a par 5, 710 feet. This is the one Silva had the eagle bid on. This is the intended gap. There is a mandatory you can miss, so if you're going to make a mistake off the tee, it's generally to the right. It is so difficult to push straight enough to open this tunnel shot up on the second. A lot of times you see what Silva did kind of sneaking through the left-hand side corner. It used to be a par 4. It's definitely a tweener. It's a pretty easy birdie and also fairly easy to scramble your par if you're a little bit off. Bogey feels absolutely awful.
Missy probably out here trying to calm her nerves a little bit right now. When you go 4 down through 4 on the first 4 holes, you are just ecstatic.
Do you think she's calm now?
Yeah.
And she can definitely still scramble a par. Birdie's honestly not even out of the question. Owen making kind of a similar, I don't want to call it a mistake. Like if you're going to do anything, as we said, pulling it to the right, there's even kind of a faux fairway over there and can open up the second shot. Definitely not her intended line though. I believe Kristin has been pulling this to the right a little bit every day. She makes the correction. Not rewarded though.
Holyn still trying to get that first birdie. This is a good one to attack on for her game, but she chooses to play it safe, keep it nice and low, not try to do anything crazy. I really am respecting Holyn's game right now. She's not pushing too hard. She's still sticking to the game plan, even though she is not keeping up with everyone on the card.
And yeah, it can be really easy to get hyper aggressive in the situation she's in. Respect. Missy just laying up Kristin with a big turning forehand shot. Flexes out. She's to the corner. It's going to be a tough approach looking for that first birdie of the round. Ooh, Holyn can actually think about eagling this. Even, well.
She gets branched and she's going to be down on that lower right side. It's fine over there, but she's not quite to the circle 2.
Owen going forehand, which is so cool. All right. It's more of a left finishing shot, but she gets herself way down there, and even in circle 2. Pretty amazing.
Missy with a decent recovery shot out to the middle. Still a very technical third shot. So many trees in the way.
Oh, she almost did that perfectly, pushing that right side.
I feel like she was kind of pushing it on that shot. I love to see it.
Me too. Yeah, she made 4 in a row, got the jitters for 1 second, but then was like, oh, I can still birdie, actually. Kristin with a really solid 4th shot.
Holyn not looking at much over here. Just in the perfect checkerboard spot where there's not a big gap, but she finds one, and she's on the green for birdie.
Very nice. Missy.
Another forehand. This little chip shot. So good.
Very smooth. Her first par of the round. Always weird when you're 5 holes in to say that. And Own for a long eagle look. A long layup for birdie.
Over half the field birdied this hole. 11 out of 20 competitors.
Oh, Kristin for birdie, excuse me. I definitely messed that up, but she is going to take another par.
Missy keeping that scorecard squeaky clean. It's funny that she birdies all the other ones and then gets to like the easy birdie hole. It doesn't. Disc golf's wild.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen. That's why we're all watching. That and for our sunny personalities. And you just never know when it's going to be your day. Missy not looking as strong on day 1. Kristin, she's not playing badly, but 5 pars not feeling great out here when everyone's pushing on moving day.
Checking in with Silva Saarinen again on hole 7.
Yeah, she's already 4 down.
So good at this backhand turnover, but that is more inside than you want. She's going to have to tango. Oh, she got all the way through.
This is what I'm saying. This inside route, people are taking it more and more.
I feel like she was even more inside than you want.
Yeah, but they're tiny.
Yeah.
But there's gaps.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still an impressive shot, though, with the backhand. That's a super terrifying backhand shot. And another birdie to move to 5 down.
And it doesn't matter how good you are if you can make every single putt.
Yes.
It's true.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. What's that? Silva at 5 down now?
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly.
Also, Own Scoggins, your new leader for the first time this tournament.
Here is hole 6. We watched Silva play it earlier with 2 beautiful backhand turnover shots, but we have a tendency to see more forehand shots off the tee. You don't have to get super aggressive and push that OB line, but it is nice to land a little bit more left on the fairway with those bushy trees on the right side of the green. The OB line comes up very quickly behind the basket. It's, I think, around inside the circle. So you want to come in soft. You find yourself with a lot of putts uphill in deep circle 1 or circle 2.
Own with the flex line. I've liked watching our lead card because Own goes flex, Kristin goes kind of flip up, and Holyn goes power hyzer every day. Wildly different forehands with similar results.
Own throws that disc a foot off the ground for the entirety of the flight.
And it's perfect. Holyn today working more of the flex.
That's so good.
Yeah, super far. She kind of hyzered a little bit too high yesterday into the trees.
It looks like she's just throwing like a beach disc.
Oh, yeah.
Like she's just throwing it so soft and it just zooms. Missy with a really nice backhand. She didn't quite turn it yesterday and push the OB line, but this looks so good.
Masterful. Kristin working the forehand as well. And more inside than she's been the other days, but it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be more of a hyzer forehand approach with a sharper angle than we've seen in previous days. Owen has been putting this to within the circle every day. And today's no exception. Oh, sit down. Come on. We saw this from Evelina's disc yesterday. This is just enough of a little ant mound to cause some of these really brutal rolls. That's always tough when you throw the right shot and have the result just not go your way. Kristin with plenty of distance. And flirting with that tree on the left. I think that was a good tree hit. It was kind of headed towards that out of bounds, which I think maybe just outside the circle. It's close though.
This hole definitely on the easier end of holes today. A really nice change from where they had it in years prior. Still only 7 birdies though. I think the basket placement is just perfect.
Yeah.
Being so close to OB, you can't come in hot. You can see Missy a little bit more timid with her forehand.
Though she messed that shot up yesterday and it resulted in a par, so it's cool to see her lean on it again and still get inside the circle.
Holyn making a great correction on her approach. She came in hot yesterday and had a putt from deep coming back.
Owen from that big roll away, just laying up. That's more uphill than it looks.
What?
Just a little Kristin head. Wide straddle for birdie. She is firmly in the string of gray.
Yes, she is.
Not what you want on the easier 9 of Nevin, though she can birdie anytime. We all know it.
Yeah, and she especially likes to birdie the holes that no one else does. Missy so close for that birdie from just a step inside the circle.
And that was to tie it up with Owen. And 2 in a row for Holyn, getting under par.
There she is.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else on our lead card going to be taking the par. There were 7 birdies on this hole today out of 20 competitors.
And again, no cut today. All 20 competitors get to play the entire tournament. And a very tight race. Owen still with the 1-stroke lead. Hole 7, we saw Silva birdie it earlier. It's a par 4, 520 feet. I'm gonna say it. The inside line kind of seems like the way to go. Even more inside than this drone is flying, leaving yourself kind of pin high with more of a tunnel shot. There's just so many trees in the way here. There's an OB line all the way on the left. We saw Holyn go all the way to this kind of secondary fairway. There's actually more trees in the way where she pushed the OB line and got all the way down there. Probably a 500-foot forehand. I know it's downhill, but still, it was unbelievable. And she did get the birdie, but it takes unbelievable power to get all the way down there, and you're just not going to see most people push this OB as hard as Holyn does. Come on.
Just watching her do it 3 days in a row so well. So cool to see someone really stick to their game plan again.
Hyper aggressive game plan.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she's watching every person she's played with take this inside route and still just not. Uh-oh. Pretty unfortunate little ground play there from Owen, but
it's inbounds.
Mm-hmm.
Missy forehand.
God, roots in the woods. Who put them there?
Why are there leaves covering them? You can't even see them.
A nice forehand from Missy Gannon.
Yeah, smooth. Z Raptor. Holyn also threw a Jawbreaker Z Flex Raptor. Kristin working that inside line.
And she gets tangled up right in the one spot where you don't want to.
Oh, yeah.
Right on the leaning tree.
Whoops.
Trying to find a hyzer flip shot through those narrow fairways. And she does get down onto the putting green, but she's got quite a few obstructions.
Yeah, birdies are just not coming easily today. But she's not hasn't taken any big numbers or anything like that. Missy, check out this line.
Yeah, Missy forced to go out and around. That's so impressive. That's such a hard shot.
And think about it. She's coming in on an Anheuser angle. If she catches any one of those trees, the likelihood of kicking OB is so high. Neat.
Own following the same route as Missy, but with the desired angle with a forehand, both on the putting green for birdie.
And then look at how far Holyn is down here. At first, I just didn't think it was worth it, but man.
Oh, no.
Maybe it's not worth it. There's just too many trees in the way.
Yeah, she just needed to push that one a little far. It's so wide open right here. I think that was just a mistake. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, for her.
Yeah.
For almost nobody else.
And Holyn just dead center on that huge uphill run. Kristin finds a gap. She needs to get this putt to hyzer pretty severely. Oh.
That's going to be her first birdie of the round. Just a casual shrug from about at least 40 feet here.
Can't even see it. She's looking for confirmation from people that can see the basket.
Look at it's wow. You can't write it any better.
The sass.
Missy straddle putt for birdie. There we go.
Another one.
This hole doesn't typically play very easy. It's usually somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, it's firmly in the middle. 10th most difficult hole. There were 5 birdies.
Yeah, they're making it look pretty easy to birdie.
Mm-hmm. Besides Missy, Silva, and Kristin that we got to watch, Anniken Sten and Haley King got it. Anniken really birdieing some great holes out here.
And again, a 3-way tie at the top. Evelina in solo fourth, 1 stroke behind.
Here's hole 8, this very fun downhill 548-foot hole. I think one of my favorite holes on the property, even with the man-made obstructions down the fairway. I don't usually like, but I just think the angle and shape of this hole is so cool, especially for the FPO game. You see some players go for it to go across that out-of-bounds creek in the middle. You see some players lay up. No one really getting an eagle bid. We're just not quite there yet, but it's a lot of different game plans and very specific angles required on this steep downhill hole.
Don't think of them as man-made obstructions. Just think of them as really thin trees.
Thin electric trees.
Pretty sick. Missy working the flex.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
I like that she's staying aggressive.
And those tassels are for the MPO pin. So Missy would be putting on a pretty difficult par 3 for the men's field. Kristin working more of the outside line. She came up short yesterday.
So good. Kristin may be getting a little bit of momentum now. That's one of the more pure shots tee shots we've seen her throw today.
Absolutely. Holyn got caught up on the right yesterday with a similar shot as this. I believe she was able to make the birdie happen from the short right side, which is pretty impressive. She is not happy with that result, though. Owen also working the right side just to... Oh, no, just perfectly. Get over. Oh, she's laying up. She's laying up. She has been laying up every day.
But that was a very aggressive layup.
That was about as far as you could push it. Look at, she's 2 feet from the OB line.
Holyn with such a tricky shot. Trying to go across, but while getting that power, also sacrifices some of her accuracy. She's going to be in a really tricky spot to just save the par.
Owen with arguably the most perfect layup you've ever seen. And goes just a little deep. She'll have about 20 feet left for the birdie. She's been playing this hole very well every day. Holyn with a bit of an awkward straddle angle. It's tough to get the right amount of power and hyzer, but it looks like she did both perfectly.
Wow.
Impressive.
That's such a hard shot uphill.
It really is. If you haven't tried that with your right foot behind the mini in a straddle on a sidearm, go do it. It's tough.
Missy with another forehand approach shot. Looking great.
That's cool to see because that's one where she really could have easily thrown the backhand approach. Can't wait to finally call Missy a forehand girl. Not quite there yet, but close.
But well on the way.
Well on the way. Kristin with a simple layup for another birdie. Missy to match own and maintain the tie for the lead. No problem.
Half the field birdieing this hole. And 75% of our lead card finding it.
Yeah, a good scramble from Holyn. And we're going to maintain that three-way tie. Kristin now 2 down with 2 in a row. Timing looking really solid now. Missy already 6 down, which again was the best score we saw yesterday. And our last hole on the front 9, a new tee pad. It's a par 3 this year instead of a par 4, 322 feet of pure treachery. It's downhill. There is a log that you have to beat. You see a lot of ladies get caught up on the log, leaving you a circle 2 look. That's pretty risky. You can see the OB is right about circle's edge behind it, especially on the right side. We cannot decide what the play is off the tee. Sidearms are great play, backhand turnovers are great play, but they all bring in a lot of risk with that OB there. The hyzer flip backhand that Missy's doing, I think, is my preferred play.
And that looked really great.
And she's throwing that with kind of a stable disc to get that kind of fade at the end. She's going Z glow zone.
Kristin gonna have to get a little lucky through these corner trees. And unfortunately, she catches the one big one, the final tree she needed to avoid. Owen opting for the backhand.
And this is the one time we see her pull out this different rock 3 than her red one. And boy, it's working for her. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, I like the mid-range play. It's so easy for your disc to pan and find out of bounds. We watched Holyn struggle with that yesterday. Today, opting for the forehand.
A little too high and sawed off. But actually, she's going to have...
She's putting.
Yeah, putt.
This is such a hard hole and can be such a frustrating hole.
Especially if too much power is your problem. As we all know, I suffer from. Kristin just going to lay it up to the bullseye for a par. Pretty awkward lie for Holyn here.
Still giving it a bid, finding a little bit of the koozie.
I respect the run. Missy with one tree in her way. This looks like just a layup. Oh no, she's trying to float it in.
Oh yeah, she is.
Cool.
Missy's got her pedal to the metal right now. She's not chilling.
No. Which I love.
Me too.
See if Owen can gain a stroke and retake the solo lead. You know it. She literally can't miss.
Owen, one of only 4 birdies on this hole today.
Missy with just a bit of work left here. And man, just like yesterday, we are seeing some very clean golf on the front 9. And now it's kind of just time to hang on to your birdies, maybe stack up a few more. I think we've only seen one double bogey. It's mostly singles out there. Really fun to watch everybody's strategies out here at Nevin.
Not many bogeys today.
No.
Anna Sten also birdied this one. Hannah Wynn also from Circle 1. Paige Pierce parking this hole.
Very nice. And here we go. Owen retaking the one-stroke advantage over Missy Gannon and Kristin Tattar. Evelina Salonen from chase card in solo fourth. Holyn sliding back just a bit. She's 5 strokes back of the lead now.
Anakin with the current hot round, 7 down through 12, moving up the leaderboard onto that chase card position. Silva Saarinen also having a great round, currently at 5 down through 12. Look at Rebecca Cox. We love to see it. Moving up the leaderboard, Haley King and Kat Murch and Hannah Wynn also with some nice 4 downs in the woods. Yeah. Everyone kind of figuring this course out. I think we have a little bit more people shooting more under par today, but the back 9 is where things get weird. We've talked to you about it in the days prior. So we hope you come hang out with us for 9 more holes on moving day.
Yeah, let's see it get weird. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your 2 hot geese.
Honk.